Right, Dave, it's a new week. What are you going to race? Fanatec GT3 Challenge, line block. No, thank you. Skippy? No. What else is there? There must be something else. Big Ferrari. Oh, summit point. Porsche. VIR. Nope. VRS Sprint. Where's that? Oh my god. IMSA. Where's IMSA? IMSA. Oh no. Why don't you just make that video about blue flags? Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now, I made a video a couple of days ago about the current state of multi-class racing on iRacing, and pretty much for the whole video I slammed the LMP2s. But I still stand by that. I still think that the LMP2s need to have a word with themselves sometimes, but there are occasions when the slower class contribute massively to the carnage. So in this video, we're going to talk about blue flags and what you should be doing as the slower class. Now, people think that blue flag means I've got to let this car past. Well, that's not the case at all. So I'll read you a paragraph out of the iRacing sporting code now. So blue flag indicates faster cars are approaching. This flag is informational only. In all cases, it is the responsibility of the faster car to safely overtake the slower car. Now that's pretty much what I was going on about the other day in my other video. So the responsibility is on the faster car to get by the slower car. However, it is the responsibility of the slower car to maintain a consistent line. It is strongly recommended that a slower car being lapped makes every reasonable effort to facilitate a safe pass. Now, what does facilitating a safe pass actually mean? Well, I've driven the faster classes long enough to know how frustrating it is when somebody tries to help you out, goes offline, but actually slows you down. So in the slower class, what the best thing to do is stay online. Don't deviate. Do what you normally do. And the guys behind will figure it out. They'll know where you're going to go and they'll get by. So there are occasions when you will go offline to let 3 or 4 cars past you, but you've got to make sure that when you then want to rejoin and get back on your racing line, there isn't somebody occupying that space. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples now of slower class drivers staying online and facilitating that safe pass. So this is an excellent piece of driving by this guy. So this is the last GTD car. We've got the leaders coming up now, the LMP2s, up towards the kink at Road America. So he sticks on his normal line. This guy makes a safe pass, but he takes his normal line through the turn. Yeah, that guy got held up a little bit, but this guy was predictable. Same here. What he does here, takes his normal line, but hangs it out wide on the exit to make sure these guys get by safely. Absolutely superb piece of driving. You'll see the second guy flashes his lights to say, can I come through as well? This guy, yes, of course you can. We're all through there, nice and safely, and we all live to fight another day. Now, one of the most important things for the faster guys in the faster classes is that the slower classes stay online. Now, this guy gets it completely. So he's in a GTE. The leader of the LMP2s is coming up behind him now. But what this guy does, he stays online and makes himself predictable. So the guys behind know exactly what they need to do. So the leader gets through here. Again, a bit of communication, flash of his lights. But P2 is stuck behind him. But the GTE, the Ferrari, stays online, doesn't alter, does what he does. Now the guy behind knows exactly what he's going to do. He makes his move, nice and safe. Now, so we're on board with this Lamborghini who's got good intentions. He stays online around this turn, but then he goes offline to let this LMP2 through. But there's one close by, and he doesn't slow down enough to let this one through without slowing him up. But all he's done there is slowed himself down and slowed the other LMP2 down. Doesn't really do anybody any good. So we've got a cracking example here of people working together to make sure that everybody loses the least amount of time possible. So we're on board with Mark and the geodesic Porsche, and we've got a couple of LMP2s behind who want to get through. Well, the white one is going to get through into turn 1. The turquoise one, you'll see, flashes his lights to let Mark know that he's going to come through. Well, Mark sees that, and as a result, brakes a tiny bit early, maybe 10 metres. That enables his car to slip up the inside. Mark can then hit the apex as usual and carry on with his day. The same with this one. Mark just eases off, lets that guy through. Minimal loss of time to any of those drivers there. And the main thing is that everybody got through there unscathed. There was no hint of any collisions there whatsoever. Absolutely perfect. I used this clip in one of my other videos highlighting the LMP2s just forcing their way through. But this could have been avoided by this guy doing what Mark did by braking a tad earlier. It doesn't. It brakes where it normally brakes, which means they're both on the apex at the same time. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So there's a couple of examples of how easy it can be done. Now, the guy doing the overtake, those rules are the same for him as they are when overtaking anybody. Whether it's a faster class, whether it's somebody in the slower class, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. He's got to make sure that he gets that overtake done safely. The onus is on the slower class or the lap car when there is a blue flag. You've got to facilitate a safe overtake. And essentially, all that means is you don't block and you don't fight for the position. It's as simple as that. If you're on pace with the guy behind you, run your own lines. If he can get by, he'll get by. If he can't, he can't. But you don't have to let him by. You just need to run your lines. And if he does go for a move, you can't block. Basically, that's all you need to be thinking about. Now, what's the purpose of this video? Well, I'm hoping to strike a chord with one or two, make people think a little bit more. I want the faster class drivers to just be a bit more patient. And I want the slower class drivers to be a bit more aware of what's going on and facilitate that overtake when they can. We're all on the same side. We all want a good race. We all want to battle with the guys in our class. None of us want to come into contact with each other anywhere but on the straight, but it's going to happen. So we need to work together to make sure that none of us lose any time. So there we go. That's the end of the video. I probably could have summed this up at the beginning by saying, faster class guys, be patient. Slower class guys, don't block. End of story. But hopefully these little examples have shown you how easily it can be done. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you later. Cheers.